Well, of course, Ann's been at Weber State for a long time, so all of us have known Ann for many years if you were involved at all at some level at Weber State.
I consider Ann Milner, President Milner, as probably one of the most remarkable persons I've ever met. She has a rare combination of making you feel like you're the most important person in her life, and adversely that you feel like she's the most important person in your life.
I've known Ann for more than 10 years, where she was a vice president and then eventually the president of the university. So I've known her as one of the more exceptional leaders in this community and certainly a gifted executive.
We were thrilled when she was selected to be the president of Weber State. They made an amazing choice and never looked back. What an incredible contribution she has made to the university and to Weber County, to all of northern Utah.
I became chair of the Board of Trustees when Paul Thompson left the college. And so I was involved in the presidential search. And then I think one of my greatest contributions to Weber State was the small part I had to play in the selection of Ann Milner as the president of Weber State.
Underneath this quiet woman is a great leader. She's been a consensus builder. Everybody likes Ann, and yet she's been able to make tough decisions when they had to be made. But because she's so participative in her style, everybody sort of gets why the decision has to be made, and so she's got a following up there that is remarkable.
You know, it was amazing as she worked so hard to try to push forward the vision she had, but everyone felt that they were her friend.
The one thing I always knew I could count on with President Milner was she would tell me the truth.
When I got the job here 7 years ago, I knew that Ann was very into athletics, and probably as much as anything, she's into the total experience at Weber State, which included athletics. But then as I got more into it, and I became, you know, as the years have gone on, the support and not just monetarily, but the support that she's given emotionally to our program has been far beyond what I ever could imagine.
She is very friendly, and I really like how she interacts with students, and she always remember what you told her last time, and then so she'll ask about how you were doing and like kind of continuing with last time's conversation, which is very really rare for me, especially with President Milner, how busy she is. Like she always remember like little things, and that's very impressive, I guess.
When I was a legislator, we get a lot of credit for a lot of things that are done around the state, but as far as Weber State, Ann is the one that really had the vision. There was an effort to bring U-Star into the state of Utah, and again, that may have just stayed at the two research universities. There wouldn't have been a U-Star program at Weber State without Ann.
The only complaint that I've ever had about Ann was, can you get her to slow down? Can you get her to take a little time off? Can you get her to relax a little bit?
I have never seen Ann Milner get mad. And trust me, from 1992 to 2013, I have had a lot of opportunities to see her get mad. Because I don't know if anybody remembers the public hearings that we had prior to the conference center and the Egyptian Theater, but there were a lot of them, and there were a lot of people who came up and testified before the commission who had no facts, who based nothing on facts, and Ann Milner always stood up and rebutted everything they said and never ever got mad at any of them.
I had this fun experience one day. It was at graduation, and I'm sitting right next to her. We're about to award a graduation diploma to someone who's receiving an honorary degree. And she and I are going to be part of this. And I turn to her and I say, "Where's the diploma, Ann?" She says, "I don't know, I can't see it." We generally stuff it underneath the podium. We both look, we can't see it. So she's resolved that we're going to have a diploma. So she quietly takes her program of the day, which is, you know, it's got all the names of the graduates in it. She tears out a page, she rolls it up, and that's what we're going to give the recipient, is a page out of the program for graduation, because we can't find the diploma.
When I consider the university as probably one of the community's finest businesses, if you would, I would think of Ann sometimes as a CEO of a multi-million-dollar business with a working force of several hundred employees, with customers of over 25,000 in the form of students who have paid for their knowledge, the things they take away from that business. And she's done it all with a marvelous example of leadership and administrative capability. She's personable and likable, and she can be tough when she has to be, and generous and kind all of the rest of the time.
If we get a good win, she comes by to congratulate, and if we have a tough loss, she's there to support. And that support, again, it's unwavering. Whether you've won or lost, she has a true concern. And I felt that concern for myself and for our program and for my staff.
I saw President Miller one day, and I was telling her that I'm going to compete in the national competition, and I remember she just hugged me, and which is rare because you don't get to be so close with the president, and so that was quite memorable for me.
And on behalf of the Tech College, I just want to wish you all of the best. We so appreciate and want to thank you for your friendship, your support, and your leadership throughout the years. All the best to you.
She truly is my friend, and it'll be hard to see the transition.
Well, I'm now on the State Board of Regents, and I just chaired the search for a new president since Ann was left. And last spring, we had a series of hearings in the community and around the campus, and had a lot of different people come in and say what they wanted in the next president of Weber. And the things that they listed were really the qualities of Ann Milner.
I think it will be impossible for anyone to replace Ann Milner, because she has, every breath of her being has helped Weber State University and each of us.
I've known the presidents of the college now for 50 years. Some more intimately than others, but really since 1980 I've been pretty involved with Weber State in one way or the other. And there hasn't been a finer president than Ann Milner in this university. We've been very blessed to have Ann Milner with us, and I hope she continues to be involved.